Second half here at the Emirates Stadium. It's 0-0 once again in a Manchester United match to begin the second half. Fairly even second half, although Manchester United did create more chances. Vortrick Chesney was certainly the hero. The saves weren't convincing, but they were saves, and that's what counts for Arsenal, so they'll take that. But Chesney certainly looked a little nervy, but fantastic save from Daley Blind, even though Daley Blind was offside, I think was the highlight. And Arsenal really needs to try and get forward in the second half, because if Manchester United do get an opening, you have to think they'll take it. Crucial goal at Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Liverpool, who were 1-0 at the break, have scored, and that will put them back in the lead of the Premier League table. With Manchester United getting a point right now, that would increase the lead to 2 points. Subtract that by 3 points that Liverpool earn, and they'll put Liverpool back in the lead by a point themselves. So Manchester United now need to score if they're going to keep on top of the Premier League table. It's going to be an almighty battle between Manchester United and Liverpool this season. And you have to give Liverpool credit, the loss of Luis Suarez. And this is a shot from Fletcher towards the end of the first half. It was a fantastic shot. Di Maria with a Manchester United corner. Out comes Chesney, contested by Matt Hummels, and Chesney grabs it. Well, if Liverpool do win their match against Crystal Palace and United draw here, they'll have Vortrick Chesney to thank for going back at the top of the table tonight. Chelsea 3, West Brom 1. Salah has increased the lead for Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, coming off their win against Liverpool last time out. Arsene Wenger making an early second half substitution. Mikel Arteta comes off for Jack Wilshere. It's surprising that Jack didn't officially start the game, but better late than never, I guess. On he comes, Mikel Arteta. Obviously getting up there in years, but still an influential part of that Arsenal midfield. And he comes off for the ever impressive Jack Wilshere. Monreal. And will that be a goal kick? And no, the referee is actually signaling a corner. It came off Hummels. So Manchester United have a corner to contend with, and here's Mesut Ozil with it. There's a big gap in the penalty area there. Lind was heading towards it. Headed away. Here's Walcott. Wilshere. Dzeko, one of the goal scorers in the League Cup match, don't forget. And Percy. Di Maria. Look at Falcao. And Falcao couldn't go much further than that, but he does fight to get the ball back up against Ramsey. It's an almighty battle down there. Got to give Ramsey credit. Getting the ball when he did. Matt Hummels is a long way out of position here, and maybe that could cost United, but Hummels does get the ball off Ramsey. But look how covered he is. Great double team move, but United do keep the ball. Van Persie. Di Maria. Falcao is making a move in front of him. That's a great ball. Falcao. And a good save from Chesney. It was a very tough angle for Falcao, to be fair. It's going to be a second substitution for Arsenal very early on. And this will please them. Theo Walcott is not going to be the one going off. That won't please them, but the man coming on will. It's Alexis Sanchez, the Capital One Cup hero that put Arsenal through against United in the second half with a fantastic goal. And Arsenal fans are going to be very optimistic now that that's happened. And Percy is going to have to cross it. He does. It's not a bad one. But the header was less than impressive. Di Maria really under no pressure there. Probably should have done better. But Di Maria's admittedly more better with his feet than his head. So I think we'll just take that as something to work on. Here's Monreal. So much space there, but closed down by Van Persie. Blind. Di Maria makes mincemeat of Monreal. Tries to cross it to Falcao. Here's Blind. And they're really putting Arsenal Chesney under pressure, sorry. Great shot from Blind. It's been good shots from range, but Manchester United really needs to start getting into the box and getting in close range chances, because These long-range shots aren't working for them. So maybe it's trying to change the game plan a little bit. Here's LVG. Monreal. Good tackle by Chris Smalling. Van Persie. Smalling sees it. Falcao's also making a run. Great tackle from Mertesacker. Mertesacker closed down but got rid of the ball. Found Ramsey. Ozil to Gazzola. Ozil again. Monreal. Ozil. Arsenal just not able to get forward enough. Monreal. Can't go anywhere with Darren Fletcher containing him well. Arsenal just cannot find a gap. They'll try with Ramsey. He's going up the other end of the field here. That's the greatness of Manchester United's defence so far in this game, in particular. Good tackle by Fletcher. And Persie. Diaby. Monreal. Arsenal just cannot go anywhere. They're not even playing their own style of football. They can't even do that. Manchester United are containing them so well. Ramsey tackle by Van Persie, and here's Di Maria. Di Maria to Falcao, and again another long shot. The referee calls Falcao offside anyway. Well, let's have a look at this offside decision from Falcao. Oh, it's marginal again. While that's happening, a couple of substitutions are being made by Louis Van Gaal, Angel Di Maria and Darren Fletcher coming off. Jesse Lingard and Aaron Henwood coming on. So Henwood, despite cold symptoms, is coming on. The new number 23 took over from Cleverley. Van Gaal, it's a strange story. Van Gaal did his basketball research. Saw some Michael Jordan footage of the Chicago Bulls legend down in the NBA. And he kind of reminded him of Aaron Henwood somehow. Funny thing about that is, Aaron Henwood's, Michael Jordan's actually one of Aaron Henwood's basketball heroes. And Burnley, who were leading at Fort Britannia, have now conceded. So unlucky. They were heading towards their first win of the season. They're still on course for a point, but that's really disheartening to see. Burnley concede at Stoke City there. It's very unfortunate. So yeah, Louis Van Gaal doing his basketball research, and Michael Jordan actually reminded him of Aaron Henwood a lot, so he put him as the Manchester United version of Michael Jordan, which in some ways a bit. Aaron Henwood said, well, that's a bit ludicrous. I'm nowhere near as skilled as Michael is, and Van Gaal says it's not based on skill, it's based on his grit and his determination, which Michael Jordan had in abundance in the NBA. So I guess in that sense it makes sense. And with Tom Cleverley on loan at Aston Villa, and I can't think of a better person to take a number like that, but it heaps more pressure on the youngster. But he certainly, this season, proved he's maybe just worth of it, because his 4 goals at Manchester City were just outstanding, all 4 of them. And Persie to Falcao. Jesse Lingard's in the box, and Chesney again not feeling comfortable at all. And Aaron Henwood is going to go on the chase with Alexis Sanchez. Cold symptoms not keeping Aaron Henwood down today. Great tackle. And that is probably part of the reason Aaron Henwood even trying to play through fluid illness. Mesut Ozil comes off for Olivier Giroud. Arsenal going all out attack with this final 12 minutes of the game. And it's Mesut Ozil who stands aside for Olivier Giroud. Boucher, thrown out to Dzeko. Good tackle by Jones. And with Lingard and Persie. And Arsenal, I have to say, have done really well in the second half. They just haven't really gone forward enough. And we're already trying to put Mertesacker under pressure and lose the ball, which he did. Henwood's never been number 23 before. He's only been 2 or 3 numbers. Van Gaal has promised a refund of all 54 Aaron Henwood shirt owners, which is fair enough. And Aaron Henwood with his left foot, and he forces a save from Chesney. And Aaron is looking to redeem himself as well. His late game heroics did not come to the fore. The ones that he scored against Swansea in the first game of the season. He had an attempt late in the second half, the final attempt of the game, and unfortunately it went wide. And now Falcao! Oh, that almost went in as well. Trying to catch Chesney unawares, and he did. And a great spinning shot, just didn't curl enough for Romano Falcao. And you have to say, that's been kind of Manchester United's Achilles heel this game. They've been taking shots on long range, and they don't necessarily need to, but Arsenal's defensive pressure has forced that, so you've got to give Arsenal credit for that as well. So yeah, Van Gaal is obviously taking lessons from other players in other sports and giving Aaron Henwood a kind of badge of honour, if you like. Number 23 is not an easy shirt number to wear. Maybe it is in football, but when you base it on a legend like Jordan, that puts a lot of pressure under you. But Aaron Henwood can handle it. And he's very low-key. A lot of what he does go unnoticed, but he prefers it that way. You know, he's about the team and not any personal glory. So, you have to respect him for that. Well, Arsenal fans hoping for a win here, but their team has really just not got forward. But here is an Arsenal corner, mind you. Aaron Henwood's going to Per Mertesacker in the box here. And he's actually won the ball. That's absolutely incredible. Aaron Henwood marking Per Mertesacker, diving header away from the box. Absolutely incredible considering he's 5'7". Unbelievable. Aaron Henwood with another unbelievable performance. There's an Arsenal player actually down in the box. He looks hurt. We don't know who it is. Could be Mertesacker actually. That'd be rather unfortunate because I don't think injuring Per Mertesacker was Aaron Henwood's intention, but he got the ball away. As Chris Smalling went in the final minutes of the game, and Smalling has a lot of space. And the good header away, but I think that might have been Mertesacker of all people. Alexis Sanchez. James. Van Persie. Jesse Lingard. Tackled, and now Diaby has to get it away, which he does. Arsenal Manchester United throw in rather. Seconds are ticking away. It's 0-0 here. Smalling with the throw. Aaron Henwood, surely. Oh, Aaron Henwood, brilliant feet. And a great tackle. And Aaron Henwood again at it. But it looks like it is going to be 0-0 at the end of the day. Aaron Henwood, good work for 20 minutes. Good 20-minute word there for Aaron, despite a cold. He's done really well. And here come Arsenal, though. Debouché with the cross. It's in swinging. Sanchez is going to gather it, though. Alexis Sanchez, surely not Alexis Sanchez again. Sanchez taps the ball. He keeps it in. It's Sanchez. Arsenal here. Oh, and Sanchez has done it. I don't believe it. Alexis Sanchez has scored again. Right at the end. And Arsenal conquer Manchester United yet again. Their unbeaten record in the league is surely over. I do not believe it. Alexis Sanchez again to Manchester United. What are they got to do to stop him? What a shot. David De Gea is not getting that in a million years. Or he might have done. He might have even put that in his back of his own net. And Manchester United defeated by Arsenal again. Well, a bogey team for sure. And that'll please Liverpool fans immensely. I think that team is still winning at Crystal Palace. Alexis Sanchez has done it again. Unbelievable here. And the Emirates is going nuts. Manchester United beaten by Arsenal again. Well, certainly the bogey team for Manchester United this season is Arsenal. And that is 2 unbeaten runs gone. 1 in the League Cup. And now Louis Van Gaal's unbeaten record in the league is over. Wow, well, many chances for Manchester United from long range, and that proved against them. Alexis Sanchez, with that work ethic, once again putting United in misery mode. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0, United beaten by Arsenal again. Absolutely remarkable result at Arsenal. Let's check out the other goal-scoring games in the other games. And there's been another shock result at Selhurst Park. We'll get to that. So Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0, and United's unbeaten league record is gone. Aston Villa 1, Southampton 2. That's a good win for the Southampton team there. Chelsea 4, West Brom 0, an absolute thumping. Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2. Palace pulled it back, probably at the death against Liverpool, who took the lead and looked to be going to the top of the table. Now, not so. Crystal Palace grabbed an equaliser. Everton 1, West Ham 2, sorry. Hull City lose to Spurs by 1-0. Leicester City lose again, this time to Sunderland by 2-1. Manchester City and Swansea City, no goals. 0-0. Newcastle United 3 and Queen's Park Rangers 1. More misery for Harry Redknapp. And it rejoice but despair in some ways. Stoke City 1, Burnley 1. Burnley get a point, but they were on for 3 at 1 point. So, what that means for the table is that Liverpool actually do take the lead back in the Premier League by goal difference, now leading by 3. So Liverpool back in the lead thanks to the point they earned at Crystal Palace, but it probably should have been more. It should have been the case for Manchester United as well. It's a game they probably should have won, but Chesney once again the hero. Now Chelsea join the fray. 3 teams on 29 points, and now the title has become a 3-horse race. Arsenal, with their win, puts them still even with Spurs, but ahead on goal difference, but now only 3 points behind the leaders. So it's not all doom and gloom for Arsenal. Maybe a good run of plays like that against United could help them, but they need the teams in front of them to struggle. Newcastle United and West Brom. West Brom still having a magnificent season, but now Newcastle take 6th spot. The relegation zone. Swansea City, Queen's Park Rangers, and Burnley. Queen's Park Rangers obviously suffering a loss, but it doesn't really make great reading for Burnley, but they do have a point added, but still only 2 draws, no wins, and 10 losses. Poor Burnley, still struggling, but at least it's a point, but it probably should have been more. But unfortunately for Burnley, the equaliser at Stoke only gave them a point.